So Google played it safe with the Pixel 10a. Brighter screen, flatter design, a little more AI, and that's about it. So why is it still the safest $500 you can spend on Android? On paper, it's a beast for the price, but it shares almost all the specs of the Pixel 9a. So is it worth it or skip it? Questions we're going to answer today is the Pixel 9a a smarter buy, and do the upgrades actually justify the 10a's existence? So let's start off with the hardware. Design-wise, you got a plastic body with a matte finish, aluminum frame, and that signature camera bar on the back, but this time it's flat instead of slightly raised. It's a subtle change, but actually looks cleaner. The phone weighs 6.5 ounces, which is like a hair lighter than the 9a 6.6 ounces, and has exact same dimensions. The screen is one of the more notable upgrades here, as it goes from a 6.2 to a 6.3 inch OLED display. And now it hits up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, and that's 300 more nits than the 9a, and it looks absolutely stunning. Colors pops, blacks are deep, and it holds its own against phones twice its price. You also get a 60 to 120 Hz variable refresh rate, so scrolling is buttery smooth when you need it. In regards to its durability, Google says it's the toughest A-series phone ever. Has a Gorilla Glass 7i on the front, which promises double the scratch resistant and drop protection up to nearly 5 feet. Accidentally dropped it face down a couple times during testing and walked away without a scratch. And then also IP68 water and dust resistance is on board. So under the hood, you got Google's Tensor G4 chip, same one from last year's Pixel 9a, paired with 8 gigs of RAM. About roughly 10 days of real heavy use, emails, YouTube, Telegram, phone calls, Google Maps, and about an hour of Call of Duty Mobile. This phone didn't skip a beat, no lag, no stutters. Battery life is where this truly shines. That 5100 milliamp cell carried over from the 9a easily lasts all day. On lighter days, I cleared 30 hours on a single charge that Google suggests it does, and then on heavier days, I got nearly 7 hours of screen time and went to bed with about 18% left. Charging got a mild upgrade too, 30 watt wired and 10 watt wireless, up from 23 watts and 7.5 watts on the 9a. So with a 45 watt charger, you can get 50% in about 30 minutes and a full charge in about an hour. Not the fastest, but definitely solid for the price range. So on the camera side of things, no new camera hardware here. So you're getting the same 48 megapixel main sensor and 13 megapixel ultra wide as on the 9a, but Pixels have been known more for the software than its specs, and that stays true here. So I shot photos on a grocery run, quick trip out to NYC, local mall run. The results were consistently sharp, accurate, solid, and low light performance. And then super red zoom goes up to 8x, but you definitely want to keep it at 2x if you want something usable. Video is decent, but Pixel phones are known more for their photography than their videos. What is new on the camera side is new AI features trickling down from the Pixel 10 lineup. Auto Best Take automatically grabs the best version of everyone's face across a burst of shots that merges them into one perfect group photo. And Camera Coach uses AI to analyze your viewfinder in real time and give you tips and tricks to nail the shot. These join the existing toolkit of Magic Eraser, Photo on Blur, Edit by Asking, and a host of other AI-related camera features. On the software side, the 10a ships with Android 16 out the box. You also get Google's full Gemini AI suite of Gemini Assistant, Nano, Live, Circle Search, Direct My Call, Live Translate, all of it. One notable addition is Satellite SOS, which lets you connect to emergency services via satellite if you're somewhere without cell service. And of course, like every other Pixel, you get 7 years security, software, and OS updates that a lot of non-flagship phones don't offer at all. So, did Google play it safe? Absolutely. This is an incremental upgrade, full stop. But here's the thing. The Pixel 9a was already a fantastic phone, so building on top of it isn't exactly a problem. So should you buy the 9a instead? If you're on a tighter budget, the slight new features don't really pull you in. You definitely grab the 9a and you won't feel the difference. But if you're coming from an older phone, the 10a is a better long-term investment. Are the upgrades enough to justify the 10a's existence? Barely, but yes. The brighter screen, faster charging, satellite SOS, and new AI camera tools add up for a more future-proof package. And for $500, nothing else offers this complete of a package unless you stumble upon a Pixel 9 Pro deal for the same price in which case you definitely want to get that instead. So at the end of the day, the Pixel 10a is the default choice for mid-range Android in 2026. It's not exciting, but it's excellent. And in a world full of compromises, excellent at $500 is definitely hard to beat. We will have affiliate links for those of you who are interested in picking one up. They'll be in the description below, and that definitely helps support the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate you for doing so, and see you in the next video. Peace.